In this video, I'm going to talk about number lines and inequalities, greater than, less than signs. And my name is David Longstreet, my website, mybookssucks.com. Let's say you have x is less than 4. The way you read that is x is less than 4. It graphs like this with a little 4 not included. That's why it's open. And notice that the arrowhead and the way that the line points goes the same way when the x is on the left-hand side. Now if you add the little line underneath, it means x is less than or equal to 4. So the important thing to note is what happens in the 4 is included, and so we would fill that in like that. So if it's x is less than or equal to 4, the 4 is included. And again, if the line is not included, the 4 is not included, so it's open. It's like a circle. It means less than. So if I flip that sign around, we can read this as greater than, or x is greater than 4. One of the values reading left to right is, again, the arrowhead points the same way as a symbol, so you know which way to draw your line. X is greater than 4. 4 is not included. If you notice, it's open. Just like before, if we add the little line underneath, it means x is greater than or equal to 4 now. And what you begin to do is you fill in the 4 because 4 is included, just like that right there. That means x is greater than or equal to 4. So now what if you have a problem that says 2 is greater than x, like that, and we're reading left to right again? It becomes cumbersome to know how to graph that. On the last problem, we had x is greater than 4, and we were reading left to right. And it's nice when you read left to right, and x is on the left-hand side, because the little arrow points in the right direction we want to go. So when the x is on the right-hand side, we read the opposite way that you'd normally read. So it's x is less than 2, because we're reading right to left. Now in this case, I'd encourage you to rewrite it again and write it so you read left to right. And again, this means x is less than 2. The little pointy things points to the x on both of them, so you can kind of see it's the same. And the big part of the 2 of the sign is near the 2. It's the same. So basically, all I've done is rewrote the equation. Values of rewriting it is when we have the arrow point the way that we want the line to go. And notice also that the 2 is open. There's a circle there because it's a less than sign. So when we have a problem like this, it becomes really complicated. How do we graph that? And I'm going to suggest to you this is 2 separate problems in one. We have x is less than 2 on one side, on the left-hand side. So we rewrite it again like we did in the previous slides. Reads x is less than 2, and we can graph that easily. Again, our arrow points the way we want to go. The problem on the right-hand side is x is greater than 4. And x is greater than 4, of course. And again, we know how to graph that. We put over here, the 4 is open, and the arrow and the greater than sign point in the same direction. Well, I hope this helps you out a little bit, learning how to graph inequalities and understanding number lines.